Good evening, everyone. This is Raf. Welcome to the Late Night Bread Report on all things Pokemon related that have been happening over the past few days, especially over the weekend. So, for our first episode tonight, I want to discuss the outrage and controversy over Zacian in the Pokemon Unite video game. So, the deal with Zacian, a lot of people are reporting that the character is a little bit too strong. There's calls for its nerfing in the video game. There's a very good summary of why some of these concerns are being pushed throughout the community very recently by the Golden Rule 116 on Reddit. They write that there's 50% armor pen where you ignore a lot of the Pokemon's defense when you're playing as Zacian. You also have 50% damage reduction on a basic ability, and another user, HIO TriX Hunt, reports that while it's still being overpowered, competitive players tend to think the real problem was Comfey, another Pokemon that was released in the past couple of months. And this huge Comfey nerf, they thought it was going to solve everything. But then you see a repeat where people are asking for a nerf to Zacian. And then again, the game is still being plagued by power creep. And by banning the Pokemon, it's not really solving anything, as seen with the Comfey nerf. And another big concern is, of course, the Pokemon itself being a little bit overpowered in some viewpoints. And it doesn't help how the online base around the video game, it's also kind of acting as an echo chamber where you have all of these extraneous points being thrown around as well. There's some counters, talk about countering this Pokemon, but then again, sometimes when you're just playing the game, you'll encounter Zacian, and it's a little bit kind of tough to take down. I'll be honest, it's very hard to take down. That's why some people are calling for its nerf. A lot of people, on the other hand, are just using this as an opportunity for toxicity. There's people calling on the original poster Golden Rule 116 to just quit the game without any explanation why, no evidence to back it up. There is an abuse of the duo trio queen in the game where I and Dick, another user on Reddit, reports that it's just same 2 and 3 people planning ahead, just trying to stack, and they're abusing the broken mods, and they're also using the broken combos that are supposed to be patched in the first place. So this creates another region of unfair advantages in this game, and hopefully through the use of updates and potentially buffs to certain Pokemon, as well as some nerfs when needed. You don't want to be in a situation where there's glitches that are kind of being exploited, and of course that leads to unfair gameplay as well. And these things need to be patched, and Pokemon also need to be buffed in general. When Tyranitar came out from this video game, Dobrian Forrest, another Reddit user, reports that it happened with Tyranitar as well, where it was just a new Pokemon that was just 1 month into the game from its release. Everyone was calling for its nerfing, and it didn't seem to change at all. And the nerfs to Tyranitar lowered its chance of being abused in the gameplay, so you had more of a fair advantage over people who are using Tyranitar, and also people who are using the other Pokemon. So maybe there could be a middle ground where they kind of lower Zacian's stuff a little bit, and then you're still able to enjoy this Pokemon, because Zacian is a pretty cool Pokemon. I mean, it's a wolf with a sword, People want to use it because of how it's powerful, but you also have to take into account that you need to have some balancing. There's a lot of balancing issues in this game, so hopefully in the future we'll see an update on that. Alrighty, the next order of business has been around since the release of the most recent Pokemon games. A lot of more outrage on Scarlet and Violet. There's this person who found in their local game store, someone posted a very interesting note with their Pokemon Scarlet display. The note reads, and this is from user Arcanatos on Reddit. The note reads, do you like bug types? Because this game has a lot of bugs, as well as a lot of types. Very clever wordplay there, and it does highlight the controversy around Pokemon Scarlet and Violet containing a lot of bugs. And over December and whatnot, and even going into this year, where you have people just saying, you know what, it wasn't really my cup of tea, you know, all these graphic glitches and stuff. There are some people experiencing the infamous save deletion glitch as well. That was very recent, that was a few months ago, and at least on those parts and those instances, Nintendo has been in the process of restoring people's saves, which is really good, but still hasn't been a patch. The most recent update from like April that had all the DLC and stuff from March, April, all that, when you downloaded the DLC, there's a very, very slim chance of it actually adding some bugs to your game, which led to these save file issues that people were experiencing. It was a small majority that were experiencing these save file issues, but nevertheless, they are still trying to investigate it, but we are seeing more of a timely matter that needs to be affected on this save data instance. You don't hear much about it right now, but then again, there still hasn't been a patch, nor has there been an explanation why Scarlet and Violet save files have been running into these issues. Yosichu 25 reads, wow, the graphics. So again, there's outrage against just all the visual bugs, which is understandable. And then where you're going into this realm where you're saying, oh, there's bugs and stuff, then here comes the controversy, here comes all the toxicity. They all say all these things about, you know, you paid for the game, well, you still paid for it and stuff like that, but I think there again could be a middle ground on this where more attention could be put into releasing patches to mitigate these graphics, as well as, you know, if people don't like the game or if people like it, then that's fine, you know, we're all doing the Pokemon game, that's all good, that's just building a community, it's building a strong community, and we really need that. Now over to the TCG. So in the TCG, we had, here in the US, we had a surprise sale from GameStop over the weekend. It was only for one day on Saturday and a little bit on Friday. If you're up late at night like I was, you saw the sale that they had on Paldea Evolved pre-orders for their booster bundles. Oh, they were putting them up there for about $16. Usually the booster bundles of 6 booster packs are running around $30, so if you're able to jump onto this great deal over the weekend, congratulations on scoring some of the cheapest cards seen only recently. So very nice deal there. Unfortunately, they caught wind of the sale that probably wasn't supposed to happen, and they changed the price to back to MSRP, which is around $25-30, but I think that instance there with the Paldea Evolved booster, the booster box bundles, I think that was like one of the cheapest instances of Pokemon cards in recent days. So that was just very interesting to see that with the booster bundles. So you get your 6 packs of Paldea Evolved. Usually there's a little bit of a shipping delay because it is a pre-order and it is Pokemon cards, so you know, those are a hot item within the Pokemon community, of course, as well as the collectors and whatnot. But yeah, you're able to hop onto that deal. Well, Godspeed to you. You got some very good money saving opportunities ahead of your way. Right, that's all for the recent Pokemon news. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please do something nice for someone and have a good one. Good night to all of you, and please take care.